What's going on, everybody? It's Tom from Two Guys Talking Toys with another review of the Turtles of Grayskull King Hiss figure. This was available for pre-order on the Walmart CollectorCon, which I despise because they're very, very unreliable. But I hope that everyone that pre-ordered one was able to get their hands on one. I actually wound up lucking out and found this guy on a store shelf, which blew my mind. I did not expect that to happen. Just very, very lucky for me that I managed to get this guy. And he comes with the foot soldier parts, so you can make like an extra foot soldier. Kind of weird to make this figure a troop builder, I think. You know, one, because it's kind of a weird thing for King Hiss. I guess it plays into his gimmick. He does the whole Master of Disguise thing. So, you know, where I'm a foot soldier, no surprise, I'm a giant crazy snake man. But, you know, it being an end-of-the-line figure, probably going to be really difficult to get, like, maybe an army of these. But he looks great, and I'm really, really fortunate to have been able to get a hold of one. I bought a couple. Normally, I will leave one behind if I come across something that I'm looking for, and I like to double dip. But in this case, because I don't know if I'm ever going to see this guy again, I was a little bit greedy. So, without further ado, let's save this guy from his plastic prison. And he's free. And you have to wonder, when King Hiss enters the room, does he have somebody playing the Motorhead song, King of Kings? I wonder. He seems like the type. But he's free from his prison. So let's get just an overall look at him. I love it. I love the overall look of this figure. He's big. He's kind of chunky. The only thing that strikes me kind of right off the bat is that the legs look a little small. No, that's just because they doubled up on the torso for him. He's a big guy. They went pretty wild, pretty crazy with this sculpt. So, but yeah, just by comparison, legs are a little stumpy. But man, look at the sculpting on him. I love the head sculpt. It's snake plus maybe a little bit of demonic influence. He looks awesome. I love the scale work. All the detailing on the scales looks great. The paint work on the torso is a little bit weird. It looks like maybe they're going for a slight gradient right here. I kind of wish that it was a little bit more uniform. Something a little bit more smooth. You've got some lines just kind of dripping in, but that's minor. Overall, it would be kind of nice if there's a little bit more detail work. Some shading, maybe like a black wash to really bring out some of these details, because the actual sculpt is really good. It's giving me kind of Playmate vibes. Because Playmate sculpts especially with the original Ninja Turtles line, they had all these really, really highly detailed figures, but some of the details got lost, and some of the really like minute sculpting, kind of got lost because you didn't have paint work that would bring that out. But again, overall, the sculpting looks great. I am on board for this. So it looks like this is a little bit of a retool, a little bit of a reworking of the King Hiss figure from the Origins line. I think the torso, you know what, since I have them, let's bring them over. Let's have a look. What's going on, Hiss? Yeah, it looks like the torso part up here, that was redone, or this is repainted. The snake head's resculpted. And again, I kind of wish that there was a little bit more paint work on these guys, because he does look really good. It's kind of a shame to not have some white on the teeth and maybe a different color for the underscales right here. But that's just me. That's just me nitpicking. Looks like the midsections are the same. He still got. I always wondered what this symbol was. What is that? It's on the original. It's on the remake too, but it's on the original King Hiss toy, and I used to always wonder what that was. Never got an answer. I still have no idea what it is. Looks like lower legs have been resculpted, so that's pretty cool. New feet. But the coolest part is the stackable torso. I love that if you have an extra one of these, you can just stack them up. In fact, come here, you. Pretty sure it'll work. Oh, no. Nope, I'm mistaken. It's the bottom portion. You need the you need an extra bottom portion to double stack. But since they're interchangeable anyway, let's just do that. Yeah, I wonder, can I do this? Will that work? That won't work. Yeah, not gonna work. But if you really want to mess around with it, because one of the things I love about this line is how interchangeable everything is. You just want to mix and match these parts. You can go classic hiss, or you can change it up and give a super angry updated King Hiss on his regular legs. I kind of like that a lot. These interchangeable arms are so great. I love messing around with these. I can't wait till the that 4-pack, the Troop Builder pack that comes with the a new Snake Man character that has the one regular arm and one snake arm. I can't wait to get my hands on that, because that looks really good. Let's get him back together in his snake form. But I like how fiddly these are. I like that you can mess around with them. You can mix and match. You can pop arms on and off. You can make new characters. And he's a pretty decently sized figure. He's pretty darn big. In fact, let's set him next to Krang, and the height-wise, he's up there. I love this. Look at how big he is. Now here's kind of an interesting thing. I think characters like this, like King Hiss, because he's like a larger than life. He's the leader. He's the big guy. Kind of wish that he was on a larger buck. And I say this a lot because I love larger figures, and I know that if everyone's large, then nobody's large. But I think characters like leaders should be some of the bigger characters. You put his head on Krang. Oh, that is dangerous looking. That is a scary character. I like that. Maybe repaint the hands and the feet a little bit, something a little bit different. Oh, I like that a lot. Alright, but this is not a Tom remakes King Hiss into other characters review, or is it? One thing of note, if you are going to put King Hiss's head on Krang's body, I think that the connection port in his headpiece here was kind of meant for a smaller ball socket. I think the ball socket in this neck is probably a little bit smaller, so if you put it on Krang and then you put the head back on here, it gets a little bit loose. There's a little bit of wobble on there, which is too bad. But really, really cool. I really like this figure. Just top to bottom, really, really good. Articulation is standard for He-Man. You get the torso, you get the arms, both sets of arms. It'd be kind of crazy if somehow they figured out how to split him right down the middle. But that is just me being excessive. Legs are standard. Might have a little bit of trouble getting him to stand on these legs. He's very top heavy, so you may have to fiddle around with the arms to get him to stand up. He's not going to do it for me right now. Also, my surface is uneven, but he gets might need a little bit of extra love to get him to stand up properly. So the other part of this figure is the foot soldier option. So let's get his foot soldier bits out and see if we can make us an extra guy. Here we go. So it comes with an extra torso. Oh, let me see if I can figure this out. So we've got the head. We've got a new... I don't know if this is new or not. I'm not sure if this part is new. Does this come with the original King Hiss? I do not have the Origins Hiss torso handy. So I'm going to have to fight with you to see if you attach correctly. And hopefully I don't break this. Alright, so that opens up. That goes on there. You get his little collar piece on there. Snap that on. Uh-oh. He needs his battle skirt. You can't sneak through the night and be all stealthy without a proper battle skirt. I think you also can't be very stealthy with snake arms. So, well. Or your head. It'd be nice if you had a head on there. These are the things that I debate whether or not to leave in the video while I'm messing around with these body parts. I feel like it makes it a little bit more entertaining, or if it doesn't, I'll just remember to cut it for next time. So, alright, we've got ourselves a headless foot soldier. Let's get that head on there. Alright. Yeah, it's a little bit bloated. Just a little bit. Now, this does look pretty good. I like I do like the arms. I think the arm sculpt might just be just a regular Hiss arm. Yeah, might be. I don't think it's a new sculpt. I can be mistaken, but I don't think it is. Gauntlets are cool. Are those Shredder's gauntlets? No, that's the original Shredder's gauntlet. I think it might be. Let's find out. Yeah, alright, so we've got Shredder's gauntlets. Those are not his lower gauntlets. So that's a pretty cool looking disguise for King Hiss. I mean, maybe that's the point. Maybe he's doing a Ra's al Ghul thing where, you know, you think you're talking to one of the minions, and then, aha, surprise, it was really me, the secret boss, the whole time. I heard what you were saying about me during the lunch break. But that's neat. Alright, this looks a little bit better than I initially thought. But again, it's a little bit strange that this is... Yeah, you're going to want to troop build some foot soldiers for Super Shredder to command, but he's an end-of-the-line figure, so that's going to be kind of rough. You know what, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe once these actually are released, and they get released in bulk, and you start seeing them in Walmart because they get them kind of late, and they immediately clearance them. So maybe you'll start seeing these guys for like $12.50 when they start hitting your Walmart. You'll get them clearanced immediately, and then you'll have a billion foot soldier snake guys to command. I hope that's what happens. I hope everyone gets them some snake figures. I hope everyone gets some foot soldiers for Shredder to command. But this is pretty good. I like the... You know, it really handles the classic look of the foot soldier. It brings it into the Masters of the universe pretty well. Sculpting is really good. You're going to want to put these tabs in through the slots here to kind of lock it in. But overall, not too bad. I like them. Alright, real quick, because I did say that I got more than one, and I just want to see if this is doable. Actually, I'm pretty certain this is doable. In fact, it's doable. So let's get us a double-decker King Hiss, because I did get more than one, and I don't know why this amuses me so much, but I love that you can just keep stacking this guy. Now, if you get a bunch of King Hisses, if they do in fact one day show up at Walmart, and you've got like 6 in the clearance aisle for $5.99 a piece, and you get them all, and you bring them home, and you just stack them up, and just keep stacking them. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's so good. He looks great. You don't want any parts of triple-decker King Hiss. You're crazy. What a great figure. I love this. I was hoping that you could do this with Krang, because I thought that would be really funny, but You can't do that with Krang. You can. Where's your cage, Krang? You can't hide. No, I guess he can hide. I do not know where caged Krang went. But I thought it would have been really funny if you could just stack them up and just keep on stacking Krangs, but you can't do that. The cage isn't meant for that, which is unfortunate. But you can stack King Hiss. You can just keep on stacking. He is the new stilt man of action figures. Just keep stacking them and having more and more fun with this figure, and that is the point of the line. Have as much fun as possible. Alright, so final thoughts on King Hiss. He looks great. I love the sculpt. He's a super fun toy. The interchangeable parts are really, really good. The new sculpted parts look really, really good. I kind of wish that he had a little bit more paint on him. You know, again, that like putting a little wash on him would really bring out a lot of those scale details on him. Maybe change up the scales on the underneath. But he is a great figure. He's a lot of fun. The feet are a little bit, legs are a little bit short, kind of a little stubby, but overall, the figure works. I thoroughly enjoy it. I had a ton of fun messing around with them, popping the parts off. The part swapping gimmick in the He-Man Origins has been great. I love it. If you can find him, if you can get a hold of him on Walmart, hopefully he starts showing up in stores soon. Hopefully pre-orders are actually being fulfilled. I am sad that I'm reading that a lot of people are getting their pre-orders canceled. Thanks a lot, Walmart. But hopefully you are getting your orders fulfilled, and if not, then maybe you can find him online for a not insane price. He is a lot of fun. The stacking gimmick is great. The posability is really good. And I love that you can turn him into a little foot soldier and give Shredder a false sense of security. Which makes me wonder, when he's in foot soldier mode, there's multiples of him. So, is he multiple hisses? That's terrifying. Yeah, it would be terrifying. You lived on Eternia to have a whole gaggle of foot soldier King Hisses running around that could turn into this monstrosity. But get yourself a King Hiss from the Turtles of Grayskull line. If you can find them, hopefully you can. And if you're enjoying what you're watching, if you liked the review, I hope you did, subscribe to the channel. Give the video a like. Hit the notification bell, wherever that is. I don't know. And until next time, take care, everybody.